Now our big goal, actually, is the Summit of Freedom-Loving People. If we get that done by August, pretty much everything else starts to fall into place rather nicely. So that is actually the basic fundamental goal that we're trying to do. Now the World Freeman Society is going to have their first ever Congress at that time, at that place. So we will be hosting the Summit of Freedom-Loving People. Hopefully next year one of the other groups who are being invited, they can host it. We're not going to be claiming these summits as our own. Now, it is that which is going to be one of the most important things, but it's not the be-all and end-all. The three big ones are, in fact, the Canadian Common Corps of Peace Officers, the courts, and the valleys, and the land. We need land. We need courts to keep our land, and we need cops to enforce the will of our courts. Those are the three things that I see we require to find remedy and to build a better world for our children and our children's children and for ourselves. Now this is a pretty exciting plan, and I am looking for, I guess, about 20 people, 20 unit heads and 2 assistants per unit. So probably about 60 people. What I'm going to do is sit down, we're going to have a little chat about all the various units, what we're looking for with them. If you feel that you can play a role in this, if you want to play one of the roles, then I will explain later how you make your wishes known. If we only get one person saying who wants to be in charge of establishing the summit and who wants to be in charge of producing and creating this event, well, then we're likely going to give it to them. If we get more than that, then it'll be myself and the production crew who decides who fills those. Or what we might do is, if we get, say, 3 people who want to do it, then we let them decide which of them is going to be in charge and which of the other ones are going to be assistants for them. Now, you can sign up, and if you do sign up as a unit head, if you do get this position, we ask that you commit to it until the project is completed. As an assistant, you're open to make 1-month commitments so that other people can come in and fill those boots. If one of the heads takes off, if we lose one of the unit heads, we have 2 assistants from whom we can draw. Each unit is going to require the help of a whole lot of volunteers, especially C3PO. We're going to want to create something where people all across Canada can actually come in, sign up, and become a peace officer. In order for us to do this, it's going to require a fair amount of communication within our group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline the 16 or the 20 units who we are, which we're looking for heads for and assistants. I could really say that better, but I don't have time. We're looking for unit heads for C3PO, the Festival Tour, Freedom School University, a Freeman Cafe, Legal Actions Group, local meetings, a movie production crew, a notary group, Organozone, PACLIP, Public Relations, Research and Advocacy, Special Marketing and Advertising Group, Special Projects, Summit Free People, the Freeman Valley, and website creators. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is explain to you what we have happening here. Here you can see C3PO, the Valley, and the People's Court. These are the 3 biggies that we are going to try to get happening through the creation of the Summit of Free People. I was thinking about Summit of Free People or Summit of Freedom-Loving People, but the last one doesn't necessarily imply that you're free. So I think I'm going to go with Summit of Free People. Now, within these are the ones that are going to support it. These are the groups. First one is a festival tour. Throughout the spring and early summer, we're going to go across Canada and we're going to put on a festival across Canada, a series of festivals. We need someone to help set that up. We're going to be operating Freedom School University, an online educational program teaching people about their rights and the remedies available to them. We're going to be operating some Freeman cafes. We're going to be engaging in legal action, holding local meetings. We're going to have a movie production crew because one of the key things about Rob's Very Cunning Plan is the creation of a full-length feature film. We're going to have a notary group. We're going to have OrganoZone. OrganoZone is going to create and market this stuff. It's my invention. It's Mr. Mighty. It's a non-toxic pest control product for your garden made with garlic, cayenne, cinnamon, bunch of essential oils. And this was generating some revenue before the government came and decided that they wanted to play with me. So we're going to get that back up happening. We're going to get PACLIP happening. That's the Private Automobile Collision Liability Insurance Program. It's essentially so that when we're exercising our common law right to travel, we can do so with a certain level of prudence and with a certain level of insurance type protection. You're going to need a public relations crew, research and advocacy, a marketing and advertising crew. Within there we will have the special group for engaging in viral and guerrilla activities, maybe flash mobs, things along that nature, and then website creation. Now you can see next to them you've got dollar signs here. Those dollar signs mean ideally the festival tour, Freedom School Cafe, notary group, and OrganoZone. That generates revenue for the entire plan. These other ones, bring in legal action, setting up local meeting, public relations, research and advocacy, marketing and advertising, and the Summit of Free People, that's going to cost some money, and that's where we're going to be drawing it from. Ideally, PACLIP should just operate even Steven across the board. So these are the main ones that I'm looking for. I'm looking for unit heads and assistants for each of these units and for these. Now when we have our Summit of Free People, the people in charge of C3PO, the Valley, and the People Courts. Part of the summit is going to be these people presenting a paper for the year. What these people are going to be doing is studying these issues, creating a paper that they can produce or present at the Summit of Free People along with a talk. And after that, then we start getting those happening, assuming we don't even have C3PO happening by then. I'm pretty sure we will. The Valley, I don't know. People's Court, I don't know. But these people are going to be responsible. They will have a duty. Part of their duties will be to present their findings of their study to the Summit of Free People. And this up here, that's actually the cherry on the cake. There's a part of me believes if we get this happening at the Summit of Free People, everything else is going to fall into place. And this right here is a certain man by the name of Sean Galloway. He's a musician. He wrote this and sings this awesome song. And I want to get him in Banff performing at our gala evening event. It's a really good song. I think I'll probably close this video with it and with his video. I've spoken with the man. He's given me tentative permission. If he doesn't like what I'm doing, he can always ask me to remove it, and I will. But the goal is to get him as the guest of honor, I guess, the musical guest of honor at our gala evening event. If we do that, pretty sure the summit will be a success, and if the summit is a success, we've laid the foundation for C3PO, the Valley, and a People's Court.